anyone needs me to do anything on their phone to help, like I just sent out, and I want to put myself on the hot seat. I sent out an invitation to some of you in a group chat last week, just to invite you here. A lot of people got upset. Some of them are not here because of it, because no one knows how to turn themselves off of a group chat. But that is possible. If someone calls you in a group chat and you don't want to be on it, you can go to settings and turn it off yourself, and that's how you do it. The person who sent it cannot turn it off. So before you get mad at the person who sends it, just know that there's ways to turn those things off on your own. But I'll be here. And anything you need for tech, I'm very tech. All right, so moving on, I did give you this, that this has anywhere from 20 to 60 years of age and what you need to do in each group range and to make sure that you're hitting all your targets for retirement. I know that even though some of us look 20, we're not 20 here, but I'm sure, again, you have kids, you have grandkids. My daughter's in the 20s, so this applies to her. And I just want to make sure that, again, I touch not just you, but any family member you might know that could use this kind of information. All right. Now, the other thing that I gave you is this form that says retirement ready. This retirement ready form goes step by step as well, and it tells you the earnings, how earnings are essential. Then you will have some choices, and once you're 62, what you're supposed to do and what you have to start doing for retirement. Then it gives you your benefits for as long as you live, and working while getting benefits, because even though you're retired, you are allowed to work. The minimum changes every year. If I'm not mistaken, in 2024, it's going to be switched again. So it's going to go up, and I believe they're going to allow you to work up to 24,000. Don't quote me, but that November 12th is when we get all our training over again for the following year in tax season, and that's when I'll know exactly what that amount will be. So you're welcome to all reach out to me. You can either stop by my house or you can call me and I'll be able to answer that question, but it's after November 12th because we get renewals every year. Okay? So it is kind of important that they're going to hike it up that much because that is a good thing if we get it to 24,000. We all need it. Inflation is horrible. All right? And then on the back of this, there are a couple of links that are very important that state if you're unable to work, where you need to reach out to so that they can actually do disability paperwork for you. There's links there. And if you are ready to retire, what you need to know from Social Security and some other links as well. Okay. So before I jump into Social Security, do you guys have any questions as far as tax advantages, retirement income, anything you need to know on trusts, IRAs, 401ks, insurance policies, any of that? No questions? You are a smart bunch. Okay. Okay. Let's make sure that everybody hears.
Go over that insurance where you go pay the 4% up guarantee.
That is an IUL. It's an Indexed Universal Life Policy, and you can have that policy done up to the age of 70. And so, I'm sorry. So it's meant to help you in retirement. All of the policies that are out there are meant to help you in retirement. However, there are other policies that we can still help you develop that go up to age 89. It doesn't have to just necessarily be IUL. I bring that one out because that's the easiest one to explain and to get you to understand how it works. There are whole life policies that go up to 89 and they still develop cash value. They still have a guarantee, and they still can get you money up to the age of 89. But that's not IUL. But yes, there are policies, and how our policies work, whether it's whole life or index, is that there is a insurance side that covers you, your health, and your beneficiaries, and anything that should happen to you. And you can add riders to it. So, for example, let's say that you travel a lot. or you're Canadian, like many of the residents here are, and you're going between Canada and here, and you want to be insured on an airplane or a boat or a train, which insurance policies don't cover unless you have a rider for that, then you need to put that added rider. It's not a lot, it's a few dollars, but it'll cover you there, and then anything that happens to you in those particular areas, it'll still pay out the whole amount of the policy. Okay, and then on the other side of it is whatever amount you're putting towards, just like if you were putting into an IRA for 7,000, 10,000, whatever amount you want to put, because that one is not capped, then that amount that you put every year, year after year, will have a guaranteed interest, which is 4 times higher than any account out there is going to give you any savings account.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. There's also information in there on a reverse mortgage, which is the next thing I wanted to cover with you all. The reverse mortgage is something that you can do on real property. I don't care about losing it in the end, because that's what happens is once you're taking out all the money, then you're going to end up turning your property over to them. But if you need it, then it's possible. You just have to search for a credit union that will do that for you depending on your address. All right, and then I'm leaving Social Security for last because I know that's the piece that everyone has a ton of questions on. So I did bring you all 2 things that have nothing to do with what I do, but I still wanted to help you out with it, which is, this is a list, and it's also on the brochure of things that I brought you first. But this is a list of places that you can actually have healthy meals and food provided to you. It's the only black and white form in there. So there's a number in there, and you can call them up and find places that you can actually drive to and pick up food. I know there's another one nearby that actually, I know at least bananas this week, they were giving them out all for free, which is right here by the Festival Flea Market. It's a whole outdoor farmers market, and they were giving out bananas by the truckfuls. I don't know if they're doing anything else for free, but I know bananas they were. In addition to that, in the last page of this first pamphlet, I gave you food programs here. I gave you other benefits here, which is for housing and elderly protection programs and long-term care programs, and then other resources. Every single number of all of the Broward locations and their offices is here by state. Okay, both for regular numbers and the senior program numbers. By the way, before I start on Social Security, if you did retire at 62 and you're on that smaller amount, you're actually going to be able to work more and get more money in 2024 when they change the law. So I don't know if that helps any of you, if any of you have any kind of part-time job that you're doing, or you know anyone that does, but it's definitely going to help anyone that retired early, because you're going to be able to make a little more money. So, before I get to Social Security, does anybody have any questions? No? We're good? All right. So, the last thing is Social Security, and there's a checklist here on the first page that covers a lot of things. It says online Medicare, retirement, and spouses applications.